make sure you go over here and subscribe to my live stream channel. I'll be live streaming on a regular basis from December 19th, 2018. And there will be content on here which you will not find on my main channel. So all of you guys, make sure if you want to be up on my live streams that you subscribe to this channel right here. It's called Hatman Boxing Live, The Objective Perspective. Go over and subscribe now, then enjoy the rest of this video. Quite a few people are talking about this interview that Freddie Roach did in this YouTube. Well, I don't know if it was, I guess it was on television or whether it's just a YouTube show. I'm not sure, but Freddie Roach did this interview and he talks about the job that Ben Davidson did. He talks about the fact that Ben Davidson, or he confirms the fact that Ben Davidson was kind of like crying and upset when Tyson Fury got dropped in the 12th. He said that Ben Davidson had to be held back, you know, from rushing in and jumping in the ring, which would have resulted in a disqualification. It kind of reminds me when Peter McNeeley fought Mike Tyson back in, when was that? Was it 95 when Tyson came out of prison? And Vinny Vecchione, McNeely's trainer, actually jumped in the ring because originally Mike Tyson versus Peter McNeeley wasn't a first round KO for Tyson or a first round TKO. It was a first round DQ. I'm not sure if they changed the result because they changed the result of a couple Mike Tyson fights before just for PR purposes, you know, to keep Mike Tyson's KO streak going. Like when he defeated Jesse Ferguson, that was initially a DQ, but they changed that to a KO or a TKO for Tyson. So it kind of reminds me of that. If Ben Davidson had gone in the ring, yeah, Tyson Fury could have actually been DQ'd. He also talks about the instructions that Ben Davidson was giving Tyson Fury. He said he basically disagreed with the instructions, that the instructions he was giving him were too safety first, and that he's an aggressive trainer. He would have told Tyson Fury to go out there and stick it on him basically and put on the pressure during certain points in the fight. So some people are taking this as a sign that Freddie Roach is disrespecting Ben Davidson, a sign that Freddie Roach is trying to poach Tyson Fury off Ben Davidson, because Freddie Roach, apparently, according to him, is the youngest ever trainer to have a world champion, or certainly one of them. And Ben Davidson is younger than Freddie Roach was when he had his first world champion. Freddie Roach was 27, I think he said. Ben Davidson is 26. Well, some people are saying Freddie Roach just don't want nobody to break his record. So he wants to take over as the head coach of Tyson Fury and, you know, push Ben Davidson to the side. That's what people are saying based upon what Freddie Roach said in this interview. Now, I don't know if Freddie Roach had any ulterior motives for saying what he said in this interview, but what I do know is that Freddie Roach has always been a very outspoken character. He's never been the kind of guy to bite his tongue. He's never been the kind of guy to sugarcoat things. Like, Freddie Roach will always just be very candid and come out and say what he feels. And he will do it publicly. You know, when he was Manny Pacquiao's head trainer, he came out and he was openly critical at certain points of Bob Arum, openly critical of Boo Boy, you know, other people surrounding Pacquiao, even openly critical sometimes of Pacquiao himself. But yet he still maintains relationships with those people. So that's how Freddie Roach is. He's like a very upfront kind of character who, if he feels a certain way about you, he'll say it. It doesn't necessarily mean he's got beef with you. It doesn't necessarily mean, you know, there's an issue there. But he's just very upfront about things from what I've seen from following Freddie Roach's career over many years. So that's what I'll say about it. I personally wouldn't jump to the conclusion that he's disrespecting Ben Davidson or trying to poach Tyson Fury. I mean, he did talk about being the chief second for Tyson Fury if there's a rematch. He did talk about the possibility of it, but he said that him and Ben Davidson and a number of other, you know, members of the team, they're going to sit down and talk about what they were happy with and what they weren't happy with. So, yeah, Freddie's that kind of guy, man. He'll speak his mind and tell you how he feels, and it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Is Freddie Roach trying to poach Tyson Fury from Ben Davidson? Is there some envy there? Is he, and when I say envy, in terms of the potential for Ben Davison to become the youngest or one of the youngest boxing trainers to ever have a world champion or a world heavyweight champion or whatever. Is that an issue? Is it all in people's heads? Just let me know how you feel in the comment section below. And Ben Davison, by the way, in terms of him apparently crying in the corner and wanting to jump in the ring, that's a good sign. It shows that he really cares about his fighter. There are too many brave cornermen in the world. Too many cornermen who will send their fighter out round after round after round when they're taking a beating, and the fighter ends up getting seriously hurt. Whereas with a trainer like Ben Davison, he cares, you know? And sometimes fighters do get stopped, pulled out by their corner, and it creates a rift. It creates a situation where the fighter ends up resenting the trainer. But listen, it's better that happens than the fighter ends up in a wheelchair or as a vegetable. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it's a good sign that Ben Davison felt that emotional. And in terms of Ben Davison not wanting Tyson Fury to go for the knockout, I think that was good advice, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think that's good advice. I mean, you saw how close Tyson Fury came to being knocked out in that 12th round. If he would have gone for it himself, he would have given Deontay Wilder, more of an opportunity to land shots like that again. In which case, Tyson Fury could have got knocked out and there would be no rematch. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, potentially there wouldn't be. Actually, there's a rematch clause. So maybe there would have been a rematch still. But Tyson Fury wouldn't have got a draw. He would have had a KO defeat next to his name rather than a draw. So I can't really knock Ben Davison's tactics and the advice he was giving Tyson Fury. I think Ben Davison did a good job all round. Yes, he's an inexperienced coach and he'll gain more experience as things go along. But I think we can safely say that Ben Davison passed his first test. He did have experienced heads in the corner like Freddie Roach and Ricky Hatton. But from what I saw, he was the one doing the majority of the coaching, the giving the instructions. So I think he did a good job and I think he passed his first test. And Ben Davison might go on to be one of the world's best trainers. And I hope he does. I wish him nothing but success. But yeah, as far as Freddie Roach, I mean, who knows what his motives are? I don't know. One thing I will say as well is that Freddie Roach in this video says that we can't complain about a draw. That's one thing I definitely agree. You know where I stand on this anyway. Freddie Roach says we can't complain about a draw because there was a lot of close rounds. And that's the truth, people. I know people want to act like Tyson Fury won hands down. No, it was a fight where Tyson Fury definitely won more rounds, 100%. But he lost. I mean, it's not inconceivable to say that Tyson Fury lost 4 rounds in the fight. That is not a stretch at all. Tyson Fury taking 8 rounds, Deontay Wilder 4 rounds. That is not a stretch to say that at all. And obviously 2 of those rounds were 10-8 in Deontay Wilder's favor. And because of that, Freddie Roach says, I think my guy won. He thinks Tyson Fury won, but he doesn't think a draw is that bad. And that's somebody that's in Tyson Fury's corner. You understand what I'm telling you? And also, there was somebody in my Facebook group. It just shows you the fanaticism of some fans. There was somebody in my Facebook group before the fight who was saying that in a toe-to-toe slugfest, they think that Tyson Fury would knock Deontay Wilder out because Wilder is just too small and frail. Well, I think we saw in the fight that that's just completely not true. If they had a toe-to-toe slugfest when they were both sharp, from early in the fight, when they were both fresh, I would put my money on Deontay Wilder 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I'm not saying Tyson Fury has no chance in a slugfest. He has a chance. But I reckon a pretty slim chance. I think the overwhelming probability would be if both guys were letting it all hang out and trading heavy leather in an all-out slugfest, Deontay Wilder's going to be the one who lands his shot first, and he hits a hell of a lot harder than Tyson Fury. So, yeah, I think Ben Davison did a good tactical job of getting Tyson Fury to box, getting him to slip Wilder's punches rather than engaging him. You see, exactly like I said before the fight, Tyson Fury wasn't engaging Deontay Wilder. He was slipping the shots, he was moving away, then he was picking his spots to jump in with 1-2s and jabs and stuff like that, but he wasn't engaging in exchanges with Deontay Wilder, and that was very, very good. So definitely got to credit Tyson Fury for that, and got to credit his trainer Ben Davidson for that. They did definitely a good tactical job when it came to nullifying Deontay Wilder's strengths. So yeah, let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below, and if you haven't seen this interview before, it's highly recommended. Go check it out on YouTube. All right, it's happening. I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.